Hey folks, and welcome to week 1 and unit 1. So unit 1 is really focused on the difference between popular and scholarly sources, what each does well, and how to cite one's sources properly. Okay, so I'm back in unit 1 here. This unit's going to take us from August 17th to September 7th. It's about 3 weeks. You will discover that it goes pretty quickly once we start moving here. So just keep on top of things, all right? So 2 videos here, welcome to the class and how to navigate the course. I want both of you to watch both of those. This is just a video with me, just a little bit about me and how I ended up here. And then how to navigate the course sort of walks you through the details. So if you haven't watched those already, make sure you do. Once you have watched those, let's get into week 1 here. Here. And so the week 1's an introduction to the course, start to essay 1, which is dedicated to understanding the concrete differences between these 2 kinds of sources. So our to-do list, watch the welcome video, how to navigate the course, and this video. Those 3, we're done. Okay, I want you to take a look over the general course information section. That's right here. Okay, and that's got syllabus, it's got the course schedule, it's got all that jazz in there. Okay, I want you to take the syllabus and general information quiz. I want you to check your Prairie State email and send Professor Nicholas a note to say hi and let me know your preferred name. So if you got a nickname, a different name, whatever, that's fine. Just let me know what it is so I can make sure I call you by that, what you would prefer to be called. And then complete the introduction post on the discussion board. And now if we roll down here in the class introduction folder, you'll see links to all that. So write the week 1 introduction. You'll see I kind of try to give you the word of whatever it is we're doing here. Take the syllabus and quiz information, class info quiz. Make sure you've looked over the syllabus and all the class info before you take that. Hint, hint. And then send me an email. That'll pop an email open to me. There's no email system within D2L. Everyone's all students are like, well, that's email, right? And it's not. It's sort of a weird internal pager mechanism. If you go to class list and send me an email, totally fine. Just recognize that when I respond to it, it's going to end up in your Prairie State email box. It does not stay within D2L. So if you email me from D2L, that's fine. Just look for a response in your Prairie State email. Okay. If you've got any issues with Prairie State email, please let me know, and I will help try to navigate IT to get you where you need to go. Okay. So that's for Thursday this week. So that's just basic intro stuff. And then by Monday, that's our typical turn-in day. So due dates tend to be at 11 a.m. on the day things are due, and they tend to be on Mondays, okay? Some weeks we will have 2 turn-in days or 3 turn-in days. Typically it's 1. I've just got a couple weeks during the semester where you'll see a double one, all right? So for Monday, I want you to look over the Essay 1 assignment. We'll go down there in just a second. So read the assignment and the rubric. That just gives you an idea of what I'm looking for when I grade it. Read popular, professional, and scholarly sources. That's from one of our e-texts. I want you to watch the video called Scholarly versus Popular Sources and watch the video on how to read a scholarly article. Again, all linked below. And then look over writing annotations, watch how to write an annotation. That's a video. Look at the sample annotation, and I try to give you guys samples for everything all semester long. Okay. If I'm asking you to do something there isn't a sample for, don't hesitate to ask me. I might have a good reason for not giving you one, but typically I try to get one in there, and if there's not one, I'll see what I can do about getting one. And then write an annotation of the scholarly article for Essay 1. So we are going to go down and take a look at the assignment. Again, read, watch. I try to give you some clues here as to how we do this, but these links correspond to the to-do list up above. So read the Essay 1 assignment. We're going to go into here. So we often get told don't use popular sources in your school papers. There is often, however, very little discussion about why that is, other than the general statement that scholarly sources are better. And that's true in some ways, but in other ways, popular sources are just fine. And in some ways, popular sources are actually better. So this essay will investigate the difference between the two in one specific instance. So I want you to choose a popular article that talks about a study. Often news outlets will have articles like, new study suggests 18 glasses of wine a day may prevent heart disease. This is the sort of thing you want, okay? So it's got to be a news article that says a study shows blah, 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 okay? Then find the scholarly study on which the original article is based. Now, I have a list below, so you do not need to go find one. feel free to use one of these. Coffee, gun control, music education, homework, poison ivy, climate change, peanut allergies, breastfeeding. I'll probably add some more before you guys actually get into this essay. All right. So you can feel free to choose one of those, or you can go look for your own. If none of those topics are interesting to you, feel free to go choose one of your own. Okay. If you do want to choose your own, contact me early though, and I will hook you up with a librarian to make sure that you can find everything you need. Okay. Once you have both, I want you to read the popular article and then the scholarly study. Now, you're going to write an annotation of the scholarly study for this week. We will talk about that in just a minute. The essay should focus on comparing the two and explaining whether the popular article was complete and correct. In short, it should answer the question, did the popular article get it right? Another way to think about this is if you were relying on the popular article to give you complete information about this topic, did they get the information from the scholarly article and get enough of it right that if you were to sort of act on it, would you be doing the right thing? So if a popular article gives you talks about a study that shows that drinking red wine is good for the heart, do they give enough detail from that study that you could act the way the article suggests and sort of be acting in the right way? Okay, so there's some specific questions you can think about. So does the scholarly research show what the popular article claims? Sometimes the popular articles just misunderstand it altogether. If the popular article claims that it extends life or it improves X, but what degree does it actually extend or improve? If it's a percentage, what does that mean in practical terms? I always talk about, you'll see cancer drugs, and they'll say it's shown to improve life expectancy by 50%. Well, if life expectancy is already 3 months, a drug that's going to improve your life expectancy by another month and a half maybe is important, depending on what you've got going in that month and a half, but it might also not be that big of a deal. Popular articles are necessarily more simplistic and shorter. What does the popular article leave out that the scholarly study has, and what impact does that have on the correctness and completeness of the popular article? And again, as I suggested, if someone were to act on the information in the popular article, would they be making the best decision? MLA format, generally followed here. I'm not a stickler. It's get it close enough, and I'll be happy. Don't ask me where to put the page number. Put it wherever it makes sense, but it's nice to have a page number so that I can keep track of where I am in your paper. I'm not worried about, whether it's Times New Roman or Arial font or something. It's just 12 point, just get her there. 3 to 4 pages, double spaced. Again, a little short, not the end of the world, but if it's underdeveloped, it's underdeveloped. If it's 6 pages and it doesn't say anything useful, however, it's not particularly helpful to have more. So everything needs to be cited properly. Okay. I will note there's a sample essay 1 in either week 2 or 3 here. So before you get to actually writing the essay, I'll give you guys a sample. Essay 1. If you've got questions about it, reread it twice and then figure out what your specific question is and email me. Okay. One thing I have discovered is that students every once in a while will be like, I don't understand the assignment. And that doesn't give me a lot to go on. If you can say, hey, in the assignment, you said the goal of the essay is to do blah, 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 and I'm not sure what it means to do blah, 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 that gives me a very clear sense of what I need to explain further. If you're really clueless and you just look at it and you're like, I can't make heads or tails of it, that's fine. Set up an appointment with me and we'll do a video chat. I'll do a screen share and I'll walk you through it piece by piece. Okay. The essay rubric, this is how I'm going to grade it. Just take a look at it. Read this. This is a very brief chapter from one of our e-texts. Watch this video from the Jessup Library. Read a piece on how to read a scholarly article. If you want to do your own, find your own article and study, just watch that video. It gives you just a quick tutorial of how to go about things. Okay. So one thing you will find, if you are in week 1, let's click the wrong button there, and you see essay 1, there's nothing behind it, just pay attention to the fact that these little triangles open and close folders, okay? And I try to kind of group things into folders that make sense. Then, okay, I'm going to have you guys write an annotation for your scholarly article, not the popular article, but the scholarly article that you're going to use for essay number 1, okay? There's a video here. Please watch that video. There's a sample. please watch that sample, okay? And annotation, a lot of you guys learned to annotate text by taking notes in the margin. Great skill, but it's just a different use of the word annotation than I'm having here. So if you turn in an article with a bunch of notes written in the margin, I will know that you did not watch the video and look at the sample, okay? These look a little bit like summaries, but there's sort of a particular format to them. But there's a sample annotation, there's a quick video on how to do it, okay? And then this is just a Dropbox to submit it. So after you've figured out what you're going to write Essay 1 on, and again, feel free to use some of those article and scholarly study pairs that are set up in week 1, in the Essay 1 assignment, okay? You can feel free to use one of those. Once you found that, I want you to write an annotation of the scholarly article, not the popular one, the scholarly article, okay? That's it for week 1. It's a busy week. This is probably the longest video you're going to have to slog through the entire semester. I try to keep them short, try to keep them around 5 minutes, and we're just over double that right now. So this will probably be one of the longer videos. It's a busy week, but once we get moving, you'll get settled in and things will be okay. And if at any point they don't feel okay, please just reach out. I'd much rather you talk to me early about struggles you're having and what I can do to help you, rather than me tracking you down during week 12 when you've kind of been bombing the whole time. So reach out early, reach out often. I am here to help you, okay? As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know.